Hi, this is Nutrition Coach. I work online specifically with individuals who are striving to eliminate body fat and to create healthy habits. My name is Marynthya, and I do work with individuals through MBodied by Marynthya. And I'm here because I want to talk to you about carbs. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Are carbs making me fat? If you have ever found yourself asking, are carbs making me fat? Go ahead and hit that big old F button. And that will let me know that I'm not alone, because I know when I first started my nutrition and fitness journey, let's see, it's 2017. So I've been at it strong since I started out creeping as a baby, 2009. And then I really got started focusing on it. I liked how I felt and kept going. So about 2010, where I started trying to take it more serious. So yes, I'm here. If you think that carbs are making you fat, go ahead and hit F. So I'll keep going. So carbs are one of the biggest questions that I get from individuals that I do consultations with online, and from my current clients. When we first started out working together, they felt like carbs were responsible for their fat gain. And after finding out more information, after teaching them, after working with them, they understand like how they work to support a healthier body that burns body fat. So that's what we're here to talk about right now. So we know that carbs are necessary. So if you're somebody that's cutting them out and you're not having any at all, you're just having zero, that's a no-no. You absolutely need them. Unless you are someone who's doing ketosis, you want your body in a ketosis state, you're doing keto, that means that you are having a high amount of protein and fat, and your body's using your body fat as energy versus you taking in carbs for energy. So that's how you burn body fat, with that method. If you're not doing that, if you're not counting the macros for that, then don't even try to go that route. So just I'm going to give you a few basic pieces of information. And yes, Felicia is right. People are scared of carbs. They're frightened. That's the big C word, is a bad word, a bad word for so many people. So I want to tell you very quickly about the three types of carbs. And you're probably like, what? There's three types? Yes, there are three types of carbs. And I want to tell you about them. So carbs are, number one, there's a simple form of carbs. If the simplest form, they're held together by like 1 to 2 molecules. So think about paper, how thin it is, how you can just rip it. Well, your body's going to just rip through those carbs, and then you're going to basically, it's going to tell your pancreas that it needs to make enough insulin for your body, make more insulin, and then it's going to mask those carbs, and then your body's going to absorb them. And then once you do that, it's storing fat. So simple carbs are the quickest way for you to store fat. So now you're probably like, oh, well, that's why I'm getting fat. Too many simple carbs. Well, that is a big issue. If you are getting too many simple carbs in your diet, you need to modify that and minimize those simple carbs. And then that's going to help you to slash some of the fat that you do see accumulating. So you're probably like, what are simple carbs? And if you do know what they are, hit one. If you don't know what they are, hit number two. If you don't know what simple carbs are, because I see people watching. Y'all just ain't saying nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and keep talking. So simple carbs are glucose. Think of that glucose as sugar, okay? So there's very, very simple sugars. There's three types of simple sugars. There's fructose, and that, thank you for answering. There's fructose that comes from sugar that you get in fruit, sugar from your fruit. Okay, so even if you're up here, you're eating oranges, you're eating apples, you're getting simple carbs. Okay, and we know that fruit does give you nutrients. You do get nutrients from them. You do get fiber. If you're a constant juice drinker, you're drinking up simple carbs and you're drinking calories, and that's helping you put on additional fat. So everybody thinks when they start out trying to eat healthier, oh, I'm doing good today. I'm eating my fruit. That big old fruit bowl is making you gain fat. So step away. It's good for you, but moderation is key. So the next simple form that I'll tell you about is lactose. And if y'all know you hear lactose a lot, so you automatically know lactose is coming from milk. And yes, milk is filled with a simple carb because milk has sugar. If you look, when you go to the grocery store, you buy the gallon or the container and you read the back for the nutrition facts, you'll see that there's sugar included. Does this mean that milk is bad? No. Does that mean that fruit is bad? No. Because both provide nutrients, right? But moderation is your key. The third simple carb I want to tell you about comes from table sugar, and that's sucrose. So think about table sugar going into things you eat, like your candies, cookies, pies, all those things. Added sugars to your cereals that you may eat in the morning. Added sugar that you find in your bars, your energy bars that you may be having. All those types of things, they have sucrose. So check your labels. Those are 3 types. So of the 3 that I just mentioned, which one do you think that you do need to avoid most? Do you think it's fructose, lactose, or sucrose? If you just type an answer below if you want decide. I hope you do decide. And I'll just go ahead and tell you because I don't see anyone typing yet. But it's sucrose, the table sugar, the simplest form. Table sugar robs your body of nutrients, and once your body gets robbed of nutrients, you set yourself up for deficiencies. And once you're deficient, you walk around, you're tired, you are low on energy, you're dragging, you don't know what it is because your nutrients have been zapped, they've been robbed clean because of the additional sugar that you're getting. And then that's one reason why it's important for you to be sure that you are taking in the proper amount of nutrients or even taking a multivitamin, and that's a whole nother topic. Okay, so those are the 3 types of simple carbs. The next type of carbs I want to tell you about are complex starchy carbs. Complex starchy carbs are ones that you get from your foods that you eat, such as your grains. Think about bread, think about all those things, okay? But, so we know that carbs are made up of sugar, and I'm trying to check my notes because I'm trying to make sure I stay on track because I only have a few seconds to talk. So complex carbs are tough to break down. So think about have you ever seen like Bruce Lee or someone martial artist like karate chop something like the bricks or wood? It's hard, right, for them to do that. Well, your body, it has a tougher time breaking down complex carbs so that your body can take in the nutrients. So if it's tougher for it to break down, that means it's going to take a longer time to break those carbs down, and that means that your body doesn't have that readily available sugar to transform into fat. So before it can even absorb it, it will have already burned off a great majority of it. Just think of it like that. That's the simplest way I can explain it. So you get complex carbs from foods such as peas, legumes, your beans. You get them from whole grain, but there's a catch. Also, complex starchy carbs can be refined, and if they are refined, that means they have been factory altered. So when they're altered at the factory, they have lost nutrients. So think about your white foods, like your pastas. Think about white bread. Those are refined complex carbs. And we need to stay away from refined complex carbs because they're not so tough for your body to break down. because they've already been mechanically broken down. So your body's just going to munch away at it. And so those are readily available for your body to store fat. So thank you. I'm see somebody's letting me know that they get it. So that means your body's like readily available to store fat when you have those refined carbs. Those are the ones you need to stay away from. So think about your white rice, white pasta, white flour, all refined. So we need to stick with our think when you think about starchy carbs that you want to stick with, think brown, because they're going to be whole grain. Complex carbs, hard for your body to break down. White, push away from the table. Go ahead and back it up. Back up, because you're going to help your body to store fat, and we don't want that. So that's why you're on here, because you want to know if carbs are making you fat. So you know if you're eating a whole bunch of white complex carbs, that's helping you put on fat. You know if you're having an abundance of fruit from simple carbs, that's helping you put on fat. So next, the final one is complex fibrous carbs. Complex fibrous carbs. If you are eating salads daily, if you're eating green veggies like your broccoli, even if they're not green like cauliflower, you're getting complex fibrous carbs. And these are like, think about creme de la creme. Think about they're like the gold of carbs, because they are packed with nutrients. So that means they are nutrient dense. They are filled with fiber. They have nutrients, way more nutrients than you get from eating some sugary fruits. And your body, often think about, like, if you're having something like celery, well, it's going to take your body's going to burn more carbs to break that celery down than the celery even has. So celery probably has like 2 grams of carbs, where your body's going to burn way more energy up just to break those carbs down in the celery. So it's a winning situation when you have an abundance of green veggies, those complex fibrous carbs. So like I said, they're filled with nutrients. And if you just came on, we're talking about carbs making you fat, and I've gone through 2 types of carbs, and we're on the 3rd one. So fibrous complex carbs, they're going to help you clean out your colon. Okay, y'all know what that means. A lot of people are packing around a lot of excess waste in their gut, and that is causing a lot of discomfort. It's causing them to be irritable. It's causing them, they don't know what's wrong. It's because you are literally backed up. So if you're not getting enough fiber, you're not going to the potty. You're not going to the potty. Guess what? You're carrying that around in your gut. So we want you to have an abundance of complex fibrous carbs, so that you can go ahead and helps with hydration. It's going to help you to improve digestion, and the fiber isn't digested. Think of the fiber and those carbs as sweeping your digestive tract clean. It's the street sweeper of your body. Those green veggies are. So fibrous complex carbs, these are a few of the examples. Okay, they are asparagus, you get green beans, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli. Just a couple examples of those complex fibrous carbs. I see someone says, that's my weakness. This is great info. Thank you so much for letting me know this is helping you. Thank you so much. So we know that that's the 3rd type. I mentioned complex starchy carbs earlier. Those are, think about these, because somebody asked me to make a list of these, so I'm reading off my list that I made for y'all. So these are just a few: oatmeal, potatoes, whole grain, beans, and whole wheat. Those are just a couple examples of complex starchy carbs. If you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, the biggest benefit from your complex starchy carbs, have them around your workout time, and that's going to benefit you tremendously. You're going to burn those carbs up. And I see my sister Fit Sis Felicia says, yes, she agrees. She agrees with me. So, and then one more example. I'm going backwards now for the people who just now jumped on. The simplest form of carbs, glucose, those are the ones your body's going to eat away it and store as fat. And those are ones from your sugary fruits that you're eating that you need to back away from. Have in moderation. And sugar that's also found in lactose, have it in moderation. And sugar found in table sugar, which is sucrose, and that's one that's in a lot of ingredients. It's a leading ingredient in many foods, and we need to make sure that we are reading those nutrition facts so we can avoid those because as much as possible. Moderation to the utmost, to the 10,000th power with that, because they will rob you of your results altogether. I have to go now, but I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have learned something. If you did find this helpful, please share, hit your friend up, tag them in this post. If I said something that you agree with or that you found helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. You can get on my mailing list because I send out emails now more so on a consistent basis with information that I don't provide on Facebook. So, and that's going to be beneficial to you. So I'm also going to be sending out more recipes via email, going to show you exercises you can do at home or at your gym that to benefit you. So join my mailing list so you can find out, and more graphics that breaks information down so that you can see it. Sometimes people can't just hear it. It helps to see it. You can print it off and use it later to help you along your way. So join my mailing list. The link is up above. So click it, MBodiedByM.com, and my page is going to pop up. So put your email in there so that you can get the information. I'm also doing a 28-day challenge. It starts on Monday the 25th, and I'll be coaching you for 28 days online. You get online workouts that you can do for your home. You get nutrition plans that you can utilize to assist your fat loss journey, and you get assistance along the way. But I really want to thank you so much for joining. I'll be coming live again soon, and most likely, if it's not by next Tuesday, I will aim for Tuesday. But I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below or feel free to contact me, and we'll talk soon.